Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Unknown. This is coming out of Iyanla Vanzant's book, Acts of Faith. This is Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love, sending you love on today. Fear, lack of confidence, and low self-esteem tends to make us jump to conclusions. If what we are facing is near to our hearts, we have a tendency to expect the worst. We miss so much, including opportunities to change. When we jump to the end from the middle, we forget our focus and the goal. When we poise ourselves for failure. The ancient Africans knew that no matter what was going to happen, it would not happen until it happened. Therefore, they were prepared for all possibilities, the good and the bad. Do not jump to conclusions. You could be wrong. Do not pull out in the middle. This is a total waste of time. Keep your faith, trust, and stay focused. Put your best foot forward. Put your best foot out, anyway. The ancient ones had faith and trusted, knowing the end is only a reflection of the beginning. The end is not here yet. Oh, this book has blessed my soul. I tell you, I've had it for years. I've had 2 copies of it, but it's just a blessing from Miss Iyanla Vanzant. Acts of Faith, Daily Meditations for People of Color. And as I say, this can be applied to anyone. What is this all about? This fear, lack of confidence, and low self-esteem. Have you all heard someone say these things, or have you done it? Kind of like already see the end before it gets here, and listen to what what goes on to say. If what we are facing is near to our hearts, we have a tendency to expect the worst. If what we are facing is tied to our dream, meaning we have to step out of our comfort zone. We need a loan to start our business. We need to get this grant approved. We tend to think the worst sometimes. Fear of success. Oh, I'm probably not going to get that loan, or that grant's not going to go through. Or you want that new job and you know you deserve like thousands more than what you're making, but you're afraid to ask. When sometimes if you ask, they would have gave you even 10 to 15, 20,000 more. We get what we focus on. We get what we believe. We get what we deserve. And when you focus on lack, you get more of the same. If that thing that we so desire is connected to our heart, we tend to think it won't happen for us. It's a thing kind of going on now, like getting married is like a fantasy, a fallacy. I remember dating my ex-husband, and we have been dating for 5 years. And I told him, I said, hey, we've been dating for 5 years. 5 years, what's going on? Are we going to get married or are we going to break up? And he was like, oh my God, I would never want to lose you. And he ran and bought the ring, and, the rest is history. Not a good story all the way, but I just said that to show you getting married, it's not a fallacy. It's not a fantasy. It can happen for you. It's all about how you view things. Don't view it like it's so out of touch, or like you put marriage or the guy, or, even as a guy, maybe put the lady on the pedestal like it'll never happen for you. You get what you feel you deserve. Sometimes we have to really toot our own horn in a humble manner, but know what you're worth. Know the value you bring. As they say out in the dating world, what do you bring to the table? I remember being asked that over 20 years ago, and I don't feel like I have to explain myself over and over, nor do you. It's not an interview. I bring this to the table. I bring that to the table. As you're dating out here in the world, when they are spending time with you, 1 to 4 or 5 times, they see what you bring to the table. Your life will speak for itself We don't have to pull out our accolades or a resume to shine. Your light is going to naturally shine. As the book said, therefore, they were prepared, speaking of the ancient Africans, for all possibilities, the good and the bad. Do not jump to conclusions. You could be wrong. And this was kind of, I don't know, my mind went to the gutter. Do not pull out in the middle. That is a total waste of time. And it is either way, of what I'm thinking of or what this book is thinking of. But what the book is trying to say in all seriousness, keep your faith, trust, and stay focused and put your best foot out anyway. The ancient ones had faith and trusted, knowing the end is only a reflection of the beginning. So regardless of how it all goes, this is why I always say, show up as your best self. Even when you're at that job that you so despise. And I had to learn this the hard way. Show up in excellence. Even when you don't like that job, kick the stank out of it. I like something Johnny Gill said. Johnny Gill is an R&B singer. He was out in the 80s with Stacey Lattisaw. And when he went to New Edition, he's part of the spectacular group New Edition, but he came as the last member, and his vocals are and so many words I want to say. I want to say exceptional, but I was going to something else. I was going to say impeccable. They're both. And so they gave him, what did they give him to sing? Boys to Men. And by him being such an outstanding vocalist, a solo vocalist, he felt like that was like a baby song, almost like an insult to his vocal abilities. And he said he effed that song up when they gave him that part. And if you ever watch Johnny Gill on stage, he's going to simply destroy the stage with his runs, with his vocal ability. He's just a dynamic singer. So even though he didn't appreciate them giving him that song, he destroyed it. So that's what you do. Even when you don't really want to do something, you do your best at it. And it's going to propel you to what you really want to do and need to be doing. Because you're doing something you don't like, it doesn't mean you do a shabby job. And when you want something, you don't predict gloom and doom. Because as the book states, the end is not here yet. And this is one way you get what you want. You visualize yourself to the end, but the end is where you win. So if you're going to go to the end, you need your grant or your loan for this business plan. You're going to visualize the end, you getting that check. The end, you having your grand opening. You want to get married. The end, you in your wedding dress. The end, you're in your tuxedo. You don't say, I don't think I'm going to ever get married, or I'm not going to get that loan money. You go to the end, and in the end, you win. Tammy Sharice Walker, leaving you with some positive words of inspiration. Thank you, new subscribers. I see you. Thank you for the likes, the comments. You all are simply amazing, amazing, amazing. Have a beautiful day. Stay inspired. Bye.